Good afternoon. Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Fawzy Manaa. I'm a technical lead with Deloitte. It's actually my first time in Denver. I'm really happy about being here with all of you, and it's an amazing community. And today I want to talk to you about the art of prioritizing DevOps. A little bit about me. I run the technology lab for Deloitte out of our Canadian office. And we mostly play with technology, explore new tech. We make and break stuff. I usually do the breaking part, but that's okay. It's all about learning at the end of the day and about exploring new concepts. So who's this for? So you might be in a position where you don't know what you want to do next. We heard a lot of ideas over the past 2 days, and maybe you don't know if you're on the right track. And maybe there's a few people out there somewhere in the back who haven't yet started and are looking for a way to go forward. So let's assume you're somewhere there at the bottom and you want to go aspire to be way up there in terms of your DevOps maturity, and you don't want to take a lot of time at getting there. Wouldn't that be nice? So the question to ask yourself, what is it that you want to really do? And what is it that you want to start working on? So a lot of us have done some of the basics really well at this point, I can imagine. And I'm sure by the sounds of it and the conversations I've been having with people, version control, CI/CD, check, test automation, check. And really it's about now, what's the next problem we want to solve? What's the next big thing, continuous improvement initiative? You want to find the problem that you're trying to tackle and focus on that. So maybe go through an exercise like a value stream map, figure out what the constraint or what the bottleneck that's bothering you, and that you want to focus on. So let's say my problems are way too big. I'm a big enterprise, a big bank, or a big telco, and my problems are too big, right? So you want to figure out what those dependencies are that you want to tackle first in order to solve for the big problems that you're having. If you keep going down with your dependencies, you're going to find out that these things are an absolute must-have. There's nothing that will work that you do if these things are not in place, whether it's collaborative version control, pull requests, a shared knowledge base. We talked yesterday, some of the speakers talked about playbooks, and so on and so forth, and obviously a feedback mechanism. This is just a model, and I have a filled version of this on my Twitter. You can check it out. And it's a way for example, to layer capabilities on top of each other depending on dependencies. Container orchestration needs containers. So we built this magical tool set now. We have a lot of capabilities. Nobody's coming for it. What went wrong? So what went wrong is maybe we haven't involved people early on. So pilot teams, have we worked with anybody in our company, in our workplace, to validate these ideas with them from the get-go? And have we developed allies to work with us along the way to co-develop, co-create, co-creative these ideas and these solutions with us? Wow, we are now all DevOps. We're done. Close shop, walk away, and we're all good. No need for DevOps days anymore. We're all done. Well, not really. So it's now about the next constraint. So it's about making it a well-oiled machine, right? And bigger cake, more hungry people, right? So it now becomes about figuring out how you advance both in parallel. So not only are you building great capabilities, you have a whole bunch of continuous improvement initiatives, but you have people adopting them in parallel. How do I know I'm on the right track? Because he said so. Well, no, because you're listening to your people and you're listening to your systems. And those are the best ways to validate whether you're on the right track. So on the people aspect, there's formal feedback mechanisms, surveys, retrospectives, informally, water cooler conversations, coffee chats, systems, monitoring, logging. People say, listen to your heart, listen to your body, listen to your system. Your system tells you a lot. So how do I find time to do all of this? Or how would you find time to do all of this? So like I said, the first thing you might want to do is figuring out, if you want to do something, who's having the same problem, and get them on your side, get them to work with you. The effort and the result, the result will get magnified, and you can do it with much less time on your part. So, and start small. Figure out what little bits, without a massive initiative and a massive funding, you can take on at any given point in time and build momentum over time. So the last thing I want to say is, if you don't do these two things, nothing else will matter. I call manage your whip a death by 1,000 continuous improvement initiatives. You want to do a few at a time and do them well, right? And that's how you're able to buy or win the hearts and minds of people and scale from there and get more people participating in this continuous improvement cycle where you work. Some final words of advice: basically get started and don't wait get started. You'll inspire many more people to go along. My contact information, if you're interested in talking afterwards, would love to have a chat, and we are hiring. Thank you very much.